Hi, everybody. We're here talking with Maite from the Desteni Farm. I'm going to ask her a couple of questions about raising a child here on the Desteni Farm. My first question is, what is it like to find a balance between looking after your baby and working?
Well, firstly, I do place my baby first, where I would like to have a balance between raising my baby and working, but if it's, my baby is an easy baby. So I'm lucky in that I do actually have the time and the space to make both work. But if my baby were to be, I don't know, difficult or cry a lot or just need a lot of attention and a lot of care throughout the day and the night, then I would put her first, and then work would come second, and I would ask other people to rather step in and see where can I give some of my responsibilities over to other people and train them to stand in certain points I normally stand in. But it so happens that Cynthia is actually quite a easy baby, how people put it, meaning she doesn't cry a lot. Yeah, Kim, you live in the house with us.
Yeah.
How often have you actually really heard her crying?
Rarely.
Yes, so it's like the exception to the rule. Most of the time she's quite happy-go-lucky and, yeah, easy. Just, I'm finding it works quite well for me to, on the one hand, work with her, and then when LJ is available, he'll spend some time with her. So it's not only for me to have a balance between being with Cynthia and working, but it's also for me and Lizzie John, my partner, to find a balance between the two of us, because he's now also at home and he's also working from home, but he is also able to be with her from time to time. So it's like we're constantly going back and forth, and we plan our days, talking to each other. Okay, like, what do you want to get done today? What do I want to get done today? And then we kind of play it by ear based on what Cynthia's going through in a particular moment and who can best be with her in that moment or not. And so yeah, most of the day we just play it by ear and take it as it comes. It also means I have to be really flexible. I might plan to do 3 or 5 things in my day, and turn out I can't do any of them. And other days I'm like expecting that she's going to be awake a lot or needing my help a lot, and it turns out I have like loads of time, and then suddenly I get to catch up on a lot of projects. But that's something that in living on the Desteni Farm I've already gotten used to be flexible because of how life goes here. You have to kind of always be ready to adjust to whatever comes up and just help people when they ask for it. So it's kind of how we roll here already, and that's definitely prepared me for this. But in terms of finding that balance between work and a baby, one dimension that's interesting here is that I find it important for me to be able to make time for work, and it's not because I want to be away from my child or I find work itself to be important, but more that I really enjoy my work. And with becoming a parent, I enjoy being a parent and I enjoy my child a lot, but I'm still an individual myself as well. And that's something that I wasn't expecting. Like, I was ready to give everything up to become a parent and be there for my child 24/7. But I actually find that I want to maintain that kind of space also for me. If I'm able to do the things I enjoy doing, to continue finding ways to supporting people and being an active member in everything that we do here at Desteni. So that was actually a cool and surprising realization for me that, I'm a parent, yes, but that's only a part of who I am. I'm still, a person with my own interests and things that I want to pursue and do. And I'm lucky that I have the space and the capacity to still do that.
Yeah, that's very cool. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next question. How do you think that being on the Desteni Farm makes your experience and your process different to other new parents?
Well, firstly, because we live in a community setting, I watched Layla go through the whole thing up close. I think I had a much better view of what's actually involved with parenting, because Layla lives in the same house as me. It's not that I would visit her once a week or every few days. She lived with me in the same house. I watched her go through pregnancy, the beginnings with breastfeeding, everything, all the stages Caesar went through. I went through them as well with him. So from that perspective, I feel so grateful that I had that kind of preparation and training beforehand, because that's given me a level of confidence and trust in myself that I think a lot of new parents don't have, where most people go into parenthood with ideas about what it means to be a parent, and those ideas don't often match up with the reality of what is actually involved.
Yeah.
Like, you assume you kind of just know things, and that this maternity instinct will be the solution to everything, but that's just not the case. So I think that has been one of the major benefits that I've received from living here. Then the practical day-to-day, there's always people here. I'm never left alone with my child by myself. There's so many mothers who, for one, become depressed and have barely any support to count on, because there isn't that much support available for that, but also just become lonely with their baby by themselves 24/7. Because if you're used to go working every day and be around colleagues and meet up with friends, there's a certain social aspect that gets fulfilled in your life. And suddenly you have a baby that, doesn't talk back to you. You're just alone with your child. And it might seem like silly or absurd that women go through that, but you go through that very quickly and easily, or you feel isolated from the whole world, because you can't just quickly put your baby aside and go and do whatever you want. You're with your child. Your
Right.
child comes first.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to organize a trip by yourself. So I don't have that issue at all. I have always people around me. And even if Leslie John, my partner, is not with me, he has to go to town or do whatever, then there's still other people there who make me laugh and are willing to hold and shuffle me while I go to the toilet or take a shower, so it's totally amazing. There's no pressure ever where I'm by myself with my child and freaking out all alone.
Yeah.
And I think that's an experience no mother should ever be in. There should be a support structure, not just once a week or people visiting and coming by, but like to have that village with you, supporting you, knowing that there's always someone you can talk to, no matter what happens. That's really supportive, because you don't want to be in a situation where you're freaking out with your child by yourself, because that's not good for your kid either. So that's definitely another really important part of it. What was the question again? So I can see there's more.
Yeah, it was about how living on the farm makes your experience as a new parent different from others. So focusing on the communal aspect, I'm sure there's a lot more to say about it.
It's such a huge question. Because, I also don't have to work if I have a day that's really difficult, then I don't have to go to work. I don't have to feel guilty about abandoning my child. I'm at home. So there's that aspect. People understand. People are very willing to help and support and step in. It's not like, oh, you're a mother now with your child. Okay, well, you go do your thing, whatever. We'll just do our thing and you're on your own. It doesn't work like that. Everyone is here together. Whatever one person goes through, everyone else also goes through. So, and that is also, again, like with Layla already having experienced it and gone through it, the whole farm is kind of upgraded in knowing how to support a mother, knowing how to support someone's child, and how to offer your own help in babysitting or whatever. So it's like, it's just so easy now for me. I feel very, very lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so we'll leave it for there. There are many more questions, I'm sure. But for now, we're going to leave it at that. Thank you so much, Maite.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.